Dear students, in this class, you would be introduced to the concept and basic principles of remote sensing. Remote sensing is one of the important paper in geography. This will be very useful for UG and PG students of geography and also beneficial for all the students, those who are preparing for all the competitive exams in geography. Let us start our class. In this video, I will discuss only three topics. The first is I will give the definition, what is remote sensing, and the second one is what is remote sensing system, and the classification of remote sensing or types of remote sensing based on energy sources. We can go through the first topic, definition of remote sensing. What is remote sensing? Remote sensing can be defined as the process of sensing or acquiring information. Simply we can say that remote sensing is the acquiring of information. Acquiring information about an object or sensing information about an object from a distance. So collecting information or acquiring information, or I can say sensing information of an object from a distance is known as remote sensing. So many definitions are there. I only given two definitions here. The first is the definition that is given by Lillison and Kiefer in 1979. According to them, the remote sensing is the science and art of obtaining useful information about an object, an area or phenomenon through the analysis of data acquired by a device that is not in contact with the object, area or phenomenon under investigation. Very important definition given by Lillison and Kiefer. Remote sensing is the science and art. It's considered as both science and art of obtaining information, useful information about any object. Object means anything, that is any building, any particular tree, any object or any area, any particular region or phenomena like cyclone, tsunami, anything, through the analysis of data. The data is acquired by a device. The device is not in contact with that object or area or phenomena under investigation. That is known as remote sensing. Its definition is given in the year 1979. Then another important definition that is given by Campbell in 2002. That is, the remote sensing is the practice of deriving information about the earth, land and water surface using images acquired from an overhead perspective using electromagnetic radiation in one or more regions of the electromagnetic spectrum reflected or emitted from the earth's surface. What does it mean? According to Campbell, the remote sensing is the practice of deriving information about the earth features or earth, land and water surface. We are deriving information from earth surface features using image. That image is acquired from an overhead perspectives using electromagnetic radiation. It's also important. We are collecting the data, we are preparing that images using electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation is needed to collect that data. More about electromagnetic radiation and remote sensing process we can discuss later. So electromagnetic radiation is important in one or more region of the electromagnetic spectrum, and it's reflected or emitted from the earth's surface. This definition says that the image is acquired through the reflected energy from the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, this is given by Campbell in 2002. This is two definition, and the definition that is given by ASPRS. Another definition, ASPRS. What is ASPRS? ASPRS means the American Society for Photogrammetry and remote sensing. According to American Society for Photogrammetry and Remote Sensing is the measurement or acquisition of information of some property of an object or phenomena by a recording device that is in not physical contact. Important, not in physical contact or intimate contact with the object or phenomenon under study. It is very similar to the definition given by Lillison and Kiefer. And this is also three definition I given. It's very important to write in your exam the definitions that is given by any agencies or geographers or any other scientist. Okay, so that is remote sensing. So I can simply say that remote sensing is the acquiring information or collecting information, and it is considered as the science and art is obtaining useful information or collecting the data about any area, any object, any phenomena under investigation or under study. So that is the remote sensing. Okay, then coming to the next topic, that is what is remote sensing system. Remote sensing system. Remote sensing system means remote sensing is considered as the system having different components and it has different steps. It's called source of energy. Source of energy. The first or prime requirement for the remote sensing system is the source of energy. Source of energy is the main requirement for a remote sensing process. It may be either from natural or we can use artificial source of energy. Natural, I mean solar radiation, or sun is illuminating to the target for collecting the data for a remote sensing process. So I can draw here solar energy is considered as energy, source of energy. This source of energy providing radiation, and this radiation is reaching the surface, it reflected, that reflected energy is using by the sensor and it give the images. So source of energy is the first requirement for the remote sensing system, or it's the first component of remote sensing system. Then the second one is interaction with energy with atmosphere. When the source of energy, this energy is passing to the coming to the earth's surface, this energy, this radiation is known as electromagnetic radiation. We can detailedly study in the next classes electromagnetic radiation. This electromagnetic radiation is coming to the earth's surface, it interacts with the atmosphere. It interacts with the atmosphere. How it interact? This radiation is interact with the constants of the atmosphere or particles, aerosols, or we can say dust particles, then gases, then water vapor is there. So it interact with this water vapor, gases and aerosols. This interaction is mainly depend on the coming radiation, the characteristics of the incoming radiation, or I can say the wavelength of the incoming radiation, and the nature of the particles. Nature of the particles present in the atmosphere. The main type of interaction we can see in the atmosphere is scattering and absorption. Some light are absorbed and some are scattered in the atmosphere. We can discuss detail in next videos. Then the second step of remote sensing system. Okay, this interaction is again happen when this is earth features. This light is reflected back to the sensor, reflected back to the sensors. It again happens. So here I can give B and B. Okay, interaction energy with atmosphere. There are two times this interaction happen: when the radiation is coming from the sun to the earth's surface, when it reflected back to the sensors. Okay, the main interaction is scattering and absorption. And the third steps of remote sensing system, third step or third components is interaction with earth features. Okay, see here earth features here. The interaction with earth surface features. This energy is interact with the earth surface. It's also depend on the characteristics of earth features, earth surface, and the coming wavelength of the incoming solar radiation. So the interaction of energy with Earth's surface features is different in different surface features, because the character of the Earth's surface features is different, and also the wavelength of the incoming radiation is also different. Different radiation have different wavelength. Okay, so depends on these two factors, the reflection rate or absorption rate is different. So another interaction is here, Earth's surface features, sometimes it may be absorbed, the radiation may be absorbed, or it may be reflected, or it may transmitted through the body. Okay, this is known as interaction with Earth's surface features. Okay, next step is recording energy by the sensor. This is C and this is considered as D. This is sensor. Sensor means, what is sensor? Sensor means the device, or I can say a remote device. A remote device. So there is no physical contact with the object. Object under study. Object under study is known as our target. So the device has no contact, direct contact with the target. So this remote device that collects or that sense the data is known as sensor. The sensor carrying vehicle is known as platform. Okay, so the platform, the sensor is here. The sensor is a device that collects the data, that can sense the reflected energy that coming back from the Earth's surface. And the next is the processing of the recorded signal. Denoted as E. Okay, this is processed and recorded by the receiving stations, and they are processing that images and giving, this is considered as C, and giving an image. Okay, and the last step is last process of remote sensing system is utilization of the data. Utilization of the data, or F, it's denoted as F. Okay, utilization. We can, or I can write here application. We can use this image, processed image. This processed image we can use in different fields like hydrological study, meteorological study, then landform study. Different areas we can use this image. So this is known as application. That is the last step of remote sensing system or remote sensing process. So these are the various steps that involve in remote sensing, or I can say various components of remote sensing, or otherwise we can say that various process of remote sensing. I repeating the process, component, system. From your exam point of view, I can say that if you are asking what is remote sensing system, which are the major components of remote sensing system, which are the major process including the remote sensing system, you can write this. The major components, major process, major steps for remote sensing system consist of source of energy, interaction of energy with atmosphere, interaction with Earth's surface features, recording energy by the sensor, transmission, reception and processing of the recording signals, and the final is utilization of this data or application of the data. Okay, source of energy is the prime requirement. It gives electromagnetic radiation. It's either naturally or artificial source of energy can provide radiation to the remote sensing system. Interaction of energy with atmosphere, it happened 2 times when the energy is coming to the Earth's surface and reflected back to the sensors. Main interaction we can see, that is the scattering, atmospheric scattering and atmospheric absorption. It's mainly due to the wavelength and atmospheric particle interaction. Okay, then interaction with Earth's surface features. It's also depend on object or target. The nature of the target or characteristics of the target is varying with target characteristics. The water, the reflection rate is different. The vegetation is different. the land area is different, so it depends on the characteristics and the incoming radiation, the wavelength of the incoming radiation. Main interaction seen in this session is the scattering, the reflection and absorption and the transmittance. The recording energy by the sensor. The reflected energy from the earth's surface is recorded by the remote device, that is the sensor. The sensor carrying vehicle is known as platform. The sensor that sends the data from a reflected energy source. Then transmission, reception and processing of the recorded signals, the sensor that transmitted to the processing stations, and this processing station processing the image and giving the image. That image we can use in different field, that is application, the last step. So it is the remote sensing system. And coming to the last topic, that is types of remote sensing. The types of remote sensing based on energy sources. Based on the energy sources, a remote sensing system can be classified into two: active remote sensing and passive remote sensing. We know that all the remote sensing systems have a source of energy. Source of electromagnetic radiation is the prime requirement for the remote sensing process. So all the remote sensing systems have energy sources. Depends on the energy sources, it can be divided into two: active and passive. We can classify the remote sensing active and passive. Active means it has active sensors. That means they provide their own energy sources. Active sensor means their own energy sources. That sensor is active and it can provide its own energy sources. Okay, that is active remote sensing. And it can collect data or obtain information in any time. It has their own energy sources, it has its own energy sources, so it can collect the data in any time. It's also important. It's active in nature, so it can collect information. Then passive remote sensing means just opposite to active sensors. The sensors are passive in nature. They do not have their own energy. They are depending on solar radiation. So I can say that it can only work in the presence of light, presence of sun, presence of light. It measures reflected sunlight emitted from the sun, pass affected by cloud, dust, smoke. So it's only possible in daytime. But active remote sensing, it has energy sources, so it is possible in all time. Okay, anytime. Active remote sensing example is the radar. It's a good example. Radar is very active, frequently used in atmospheric sciences. Radar, it has its own energy sources. It emits radio waves and then measure reflected back energy. So active remote sensing and passive remote sensing. Active remote sensing means it has active sensors, it can give energy sources and it has their own energy sources. It is possible in any time. Passive remote sensing means passive remote sensing is only possible when sun is illuminated. Okay. Passive remote sensing is possible when the target is illuminated by the sun. It's only possible in the daytime also. This is the two types of remote. Okay, I think it's clear what is remote sensing, what is a remote sensing system, and the types of remote sensing based on energy sources.